Hi guys! I wanted to talk to you about forgiveness again today. This is our part 2 of forgiveness. Now, first of all, if you haven't watched that video, please feel welcome to go back and watch it. We basically talk about how forgiveness is a gift to you, and it's not actually all that much about the other person. What I think is really important to talk about today is boundaries, healthy boundaries, because there are certain situations where it's not appropriate to keep that person around. It's not appropriate to keep that person in your life. You can still forgive them, but you can absolutely cut them out of your life. So you have to decide what is acceptable in your life, what kind of behavior you're going to continue to allow to happen. If you continue to allow it to happen, you are condoning that behavior. Now, forgiving has got nothing to do with condoning behavior. That is entirely a gift for yourself. But by continuing to allow somebody to treat you badly, that is a form of condoning, even if it's passive and unsaid. So I don't personally know what's right for you. I'm not telling you to cut anybody out of your life specifically, but what I'm saying is I wanted you to feel confident in the knowledge that you can forgive and not condone behavior. So I'm going to give a rather extreme example. There is a lady who is in an abusive marriage. Do I believe she should forgive her husband? Yes. Do I believe she should forgive herself? Yes. What I don't believe, however, is that she should continue to stay in that situation. For me, at least, that kind of scenario would be unacceptable. That behavior would be something that I could not condone, and I would just have to get out of that situation completely. And for a lot of you watching, this will just be common sense, but for some people it might not be, and that's why it's so important, I think, for me to cover that here, especially after I've met some people who have gone through some really horrendous things. So I wanted to let you know that just in case you're one of those people, it's never okay for somebody to treat you badly. I know that was really heavy, but I do think it was important. The second part to this is establishing healthy boundaries. So it's not always that somebody is so horrendous you have to cut them out of your life and get a restraining order. Sometimes it can just be that you need to start setting healthy boundaries, like, for example, saying no. Now, I don't know how true it is for you guys, but a lot of people I come across in business and in my spiritual practice are not very good at saying no. And you need to. You need to be good at saying no. Saying no to things that aren't right for you is absolutely the right thing to do. So, to summarize, forgiveness is a gift to yourself. You do not have to condone behavior to forgive it, and you certainly do not have to accept it in your life. It is perfectly acceptable to say no to something that is not right for you. And it's really important that you feel comfortable saying no. So if saying no is something that you're really rubbish at, practice it on your own. Practice it whilst you're stomping your feet. I don't really mind how you practice it, but it is something that you should be very capable of using. If you start to notice guilt rising up when you use no in conversations with friends or family or loved ones, then really ask yourself about it. As long as your no is truly serving you, that's the most important thing, because so often people say yes and they don't mean it. Okay. So, I know this has been quite heavy, but if it's helped you, please let me know in the comments. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Okay, take care, guys.